Okay, so hopefully this is going to be a fairly quick video. So this is basically just a screen of my server, and it is a gigabit connection. It is the Intel i218V to my server, and I have just a drive shared. Now I've been playing around with the iPad and the SMB shares. Before they implemented SMB shares to the native Files app, I used this application called File Browser. So I want to show you guys something that I found out that I don't know if a lot of people even know that it's actually occurring. So I'm just going to use a test here to show you guys in File Browser. When you copy something, you copy it to the iPad and it'll go. It'll copy, and you can see it's going at about 10 megabytes a second right there. And it's done. So that's all good and dandy, and you can see the activity peaked around 32 megabits a second. So whenever you go to the actual Files app, you can see I have my Linux share here. It's just a folder on my drive. I'm adjusting my camera. So when you go to something, let's say a little bigger, like I'll copy over elementary OS, we'll hit. Now, okay, here is the part that I want to show you guys. When you hit copy, I think a lot of people think the app was freezing up. It looks like it's freezing, and that the fact that it's not doing anything, but it actually is. So when you hit copy, it immediately starts pulling the information from the server, and it just kind of locks up the entire system on the iPad or iOS 13. Now, I don't know if that's the case for everything, but I've tested it on my phone and on my iPad, and it does the same exact thing. And I think it's just something to do with iOS 13, or maybe a bug in the system, or it's doing some kind of pre-caching where it's like copying part of it and then it'll let you select a location, because when I hit copy, it freezes up and it actually starts pulling the information, but it won't let me actually choose where to put it until it is done on my server. So when I hit copy, if I go to on my iPad and go to exports, it's just a folder I've created, it won't let me do anything. But if you can see on here, after I hit copy, it's actually pulling the information. So is it just storing it in a temporary location on the iPad? I mean, what the heck is going on? Okay, now you can see that's actually done on the server. So when I go to exports, you see it's now selected it, and now, okay, come on. And now I can paste it here, but yet, look at this. It's actually pulling it over. So, and it is going faster than the File Browser app, which is probably around, maybe 40 megabytes a second, which is about 450 megabits per second. So it is going faster than the File Browser app, although it's still not traveling at full gigabit speed. And I think that's just an implementation of how iPadOS or iOS 13 interacts with Samba shares. I can't really play with any other sort of file sharing protocol because there's not really it doesn't support anything else. So I mean, I can't, do a ZFS or anything like that unless there's some sort of app that implements it with that app. So, for instance, like a File Browser, it can talk to my router share. It can talk to various other shares. Whereas on the native File Browser app, it has to be something that is an NTFS share. If it is not, like, what's funny is you can plug in like an external USB drive or whatever, just something like this. It has to be exFAT format, but not NTFS. But yet the Samba share has to be NTFS and not exFAT. Makes no sense. But thought I'd show you that to you guys. So, I mean, it is, freezing up. So, if I take something like, let's say, we'll take Manjaro, we'll copy it, and then we'll go to the actual share, and we'll just throw it in some random location. We'll just throw it in this music folder for now. I paste it. It'll paste it over, and there is an actual tiny little progress bar, and it is sending it at almost the same speed at around 300 megabits a second. It fluctuates a little bit. So it is going a little faster than File Browser app, but not that fast. So, well, I thought I'd show this to you guys, and why is it going, what's going on here? Okay. Yeah, I know it's a little weird, a little all over the place, but I found this weird bug that I don't know if a lot of people know anything about it. So, yeah.